Melanie is also a featured teacher on AVAIYA University's Overcoming Narcissistic Abuse curriculum. So welcome back, Melanie.
Andy, it's awesome to be back with you. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for saying yes. I'm so excited we get to continue this conversation and enroll into the topic of codependency, which I think goes hand in hand with our last conversation.
Certainly does. It absolutely does.
So let's dive in. Why do you think that almost all humans suffer from codependency?
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, I just want to say the label codependency, a lot of people get really, and there's a lot of therapists saying, don't listen to anybody telling you you're codependent, because it really kind of comes from the Melody Beattie old thing. It's about addictions. It's about, or a codependent being with somebody who has addictions. What I really believe codependency is, and I was hugely severely codependent, I put my hand up, absolutely, before the inner work, was that we have an inner emptiness and we're trying to source our wholeness and our feelings of emotional solidness and peace from outside of ourselves, which leaves us very empty and precarious and can really get us hooked up with people who appear to be a wonderful source, who are only actually going to bring us more emptiness and pain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm glad that you mentioned that, the label of codependency. I'm glad you mentioned what you mentioned, because it's definitely something that I think, a lot of people first, it might be misunderstood from the perspective of where the origins were from. And something that people might be like, oh God, I don't want to be labeled with such a thing. Right.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that can go, people say, well, don't label me and don't tell me there's anything wrong with me. And I know in my own journey and thousands of other people's journeys, we're human, we've all got stuff. And when we say, you know what, okay, there is something I can heal within me and I can look, they're the people that really start generating amazing lives.
Absolutely.
We have to look within.
Mm-hmm. So do you think that like a large percentage of people in the world have this external sourcing kind of struggle?
Hugely. And really, I believe that the human experience has been built on separation. So we've been brought up to believe that we're separate from our higher power, we're separate from each other. I mean, we can see how much division is actually going on in the world now. Mm-hmm. It's enormous, so it is that separation from oneness, from our higher power, from each other, from ourselves, which means that because I'm not feeling okay, I have to change you or I have to fix you. And if I can't change or fix you or make you believe what I believe, well, then I can't feel whole. So what happens is we stop accepting each other, we stop accepting ourselves. And rather than say, I can be the generative source of my own experience, you don't have to agree with me, you don't have to be the same as me, but when I have my wholeness and my values, you're either going to meet and we're going to be a happy match or we're not. And then I can let you go and be who you are, but I have no need to change or fix you or make you different in order to make myself whole. So this is a huge issue that is global, and we've been taught rather than, I really kind of feel with what's going on now in many ways, when we're a source to ourselves, we have the ability to have powerful immune systems. We have the ability to be our own healers. We have the ability to be our own source rather than feeling powerless, helpless, cut off, and terrified and needing somebody else to fix it for us. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's codependency. And codependency is such a huge trap to get involved with a narcissist, because I'll speak from my personal experience. I was very capable. And most codependents are highly intelligent, very capable, very hardworking people, usually overcompensating. So what we do, because it was our normal to feel shame or not enough or unworthy, So we were very, very good at getting approval, being good girls and good guys, working hard, you know, making things work in our life because we were trying to get loved and approved on by people outside of us by being good enough to be loved.
Yeah.
And then we get people that come into our life, which can be toxic people and narcissists, and they identify what's missing. They go, you're very good at providing and you're very good at keeping everything together, which I want because I'm a frazzled mess. A narcissist is disheveled. They want somebody who can keep the fires burning and the roof over their head and pay for their mistakes. But they say, you felt unloved, you felt unworthy, you felt invisible, you haven't felt heard. I'm going to pretend that I see you and that I'm here to hold you, hear you, and meet you. And you go, oh, finally, you know, God's given me the love of my life. But what we hadn't realized is this person is the messenger of our wounds, not the savior. And to rectify all of this, we need to be the savior of our own wounds.
Yes, beautifully said. Absolutely.